So last night, if you haven't checked out the videos, go check them out. I know I put them up during the time where people may have been asleep. But I was basically talking about the Tav that's going to be etched over this country. No other country in the world, by the way. And that Tav says Alpha and Omega, the Hebrew symbols, which will be etched across this country on April the 8th. Aprilis, the pagan name. And that Tav, that Alpha, the end and beginning, the beginning and the end Tav, is based off of the Revelation 22 scripture about blessed are those who kept God's commandments, are worthy to enter into the gates, okay, at the end of tribulation. That's what that is. But we should know that the Bible does give us dual meaning all the time. We've proven that time and time again. Could it be the sun, moon, and stars, the Revelation 12 event that showed up 2017 with the initial marking of the Tav, Alpha and Omega, that Satan stood before the woman, clothed with the sun and the moon at her feet, waiting for the child to be born so that he could kill it. But it was caught up to the throne room before he could get a chance. Now, remember, folks, I keep saying this, remember, folks, Satan knew that the children of Israel had a way of escape across the Red Sea. And that he even sent his army chasing after them on the bottom of that Red Sea. It wasn't like he was behind them. Like once the sea split and they had a way of escape, the enemy still chased after them. The same way he chases after them in Revelation 12. When they refuse to worship him, they run and flee to the mountains of Judea, which is east of Jerusalem, where God protects them the latter half of the tribulation. There's a lot of similarities to the spirit realm versus that natural, what happens in the natural. But when you look spiritually, we're talking about the same thing happening as God said, Genesis 1 and 14. We use those as signs. Well, no bigger sign than this coming up April 8th, okay? No bigger sign than that. And then you have the Jews who, from what I understand, the red heifers that were shipped over there came from us, came from the United States. So like a gift, right? And they've already built an altar to sacrifice these red heifers as a token of the third temple being prepared to be built. Then on top of that, the devil and his tail and his horns and a comet will pass before the sun at the same exact time as the solar eclipse will start. P12. Now, some other folks gave some definition. I woke up this morning and saw some of you guys did your homework and gave a definition and broke down some of these numbers in the comment section, okay, which was fantastic. But what I'm saying is we are entering into something huge, okay, going down as these jokers have prepared the country for something else. The same way I'm reading about countries in Europe and Sweden are preparing their people for war and telling them to have supplies because WW3 is going to break out. That's what they're being told across the water. But over here, we're not being told that. They want to tell us about all this other stuff that ain't got nothing to do with really what's going on. Now you got North and South Korea percolating, China and Taiwan. So Joel chapter 3 looks good to me. Okay. Any scripture involving what we're about to experience looks good. Okay. That's the bottom line. So on this morning drive in, just, think about, look at the videos that I put up last night and look at the coinky dinks. It's not a coinky dink. God don't work like that, but we would say that. But look at them all coming together on April the 8th. Okay. And these heifers and the sacrifice, so there's a lot of things happening that are kind of running under the radar right now that folks need to be paying attention to. That 7-year warning, I'm going to continue to say, is about to be up. at the first week of April. So, and then Esther, the 180 days prior to April was the wedding ring shown. 180 days before. 180 days after, 6 seals are completed. So there's a lot of things going on, a lot of stuff percolating. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on it, and I'll be back on here later on. Peace.